Hi guys! So it has been another week since I've done a walkthrough. So I've had little snippets each day of what the progress was, but it's a Saturday. We are here again with my boyfriend to, do some work. And I'm gonna show you the progress for the week. So let's go! Okay, so this is the entryway and we have ceilings. So also all of this has been, ordered in the order of cables. I guess that's what you can say. Here I have started to try and peel the paint off from the side of the doors because we will also need to do that. But the big other door has been taken out. I think I updated that. But here the ceiling has been closed off. Here I sold the sink that was here from the previous owners on Facebook Marketplace. In this room I can't enter because we have all of these drywall sheets here, but nothing really has been done in this room on this side specifically. But in this side we have completely closed off this part, as well as we took out all of the trash that we had, and it's a lot more spacious now. So those all are the new radiators. Here in this room also not much has been done because this will be for later, so they're going to start on this I think next week. And in this room we see that we have added ceiling beams, and all of these will be closed off on Monday, Tuesday. So you can see that it has lowered a little bit by about like 20 centimeters, like anywhere from 15 to 23, because the ceilings are so uneven that for it to be level they had to, keep the centimeters at different heights. So you can see on the wall there, it's written that it's for I think centimeters, and then going down it's all the way I think to 421. So it was 421 and it started at 415, so it's like a 6 centimeter difference I think, or something like that. I don't know if it's the height, but that's what they explained. We also opened that vent there, which we didn't know existed, but when the cords were dragged in, we saw it. So at first the idea for the kitchen, here let me zoom it out. So for the kitchen here, the ventilation to come from here for the bathroom and then to drag it through a wall in here. But now we won't need to do that because we have this one here. We are going to test it, of course, if it works. But for this room, that's the update. So for the office space, which we're going to call it, this pretty much has been also closed off. So this is the wall where we used to go straight to the entrance, but it's the bathroom from the other side. And the ceilings have also now been installed. It's a little lower, than it used to be. As I said, like 20 or something centimeters, but they're still over 3 meters tall. And now because it has like this green hue on the drywall, it looks lower than it actually is, and we're still not used to it. But once it's going to be colored and everything's going to be done, I feel like in a couple of months we will even forget what the feeling was with like the original ceilings. But it's still way higher than to any of the other apartments we've been in. So that's one of the reasons why I actually bought this, because it was, saw such high ceilings, I fell in love. But yeah, for the rest it's really just that. Nothing else has been done. All of the the beams, the outer beams for the doors that are gonna be restored are also here. A lot of stuff for the workers, but we have to move to the other side. This side has seen the most progress because this was the priority. So as you can see, all of the walls have been closed, ceilings as well. We have also closed this water because we're gonna get rid of this, and the toilet is also gonna go soon. We're gonna tear these tear these floors out next week because we realized it's so uneven, and with all of these patches here that need to be fixed, it's just gonna look a mess. So we're gonna tear them all out and reinstall new ones. But this wall has been done. Also, as you can see, ceilings here, all of this has been plastered in, and here the water pipes for the kitchen have also been installed. We had to move a couple of sockets after all of the water and everything have been installed because we realized the placement wasn't correct. So we got rid of one of these sockets, and then we also moved two of these. They're back there. But yeah, so this wall is pretty much done. And then here also in the hallway, all of the ceilings have been installed. This wall has been made. There used to be a wall here and then turns into the bathroom, but we had to move it because legally this space was too small to be considered a hallway. So we had to move the wall for it to be at least a meter. So now I think it's 1.3 meters, which, you know, tiny difference, but still legally you have to. And then once again here, all of the ceilings have been installed. And here is the side where we have the electricity for the other side of the apartment. We also had to move this socket because once we moved the water connector, it used to be here. We moved it here. We realized it's a bit too close. So we just moved it to this wall. And then all of the beams that were here are also taken out because we're gonna, you know, once again, tear off the floor. All of the pipes have been dragged in. All of the old ones. This was the shower pipe. This was the sink pipe. All of those have been taken out. This wall still looks a mess, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep that ventilation, just, you know, add a new cover because there's no point in getting rid of it. So this is gonna be the entrance to the bathroom. This part of the wall will need to be rebuilt with like beams and stuff because it fell off doing all of the transporting and everything. And yeah, you can see the layout of the pipes for the canalization, for the toilet, and that's going to be for the shower. So all of those, let me not step on this. All of that has also been installed for the shower. That's where the shower is gonna go. Also, the ventilation pipe has been installed. So that's that. And also this has all been closed off. This is where the washing machine is gonna go, and this is for the sink. So also probably a mirror here and stuff like that. The boiler is gonna go there. That's what those pipes are. And then we realized that the socket for the boiler is on that wall, but it's not gonna fit on there, so we're just gonna move it there. So the boiler is there, and that's pretty much all for this room. So let's move to the next one. And then if we're moving into the bedroom, we can see that we have finalized the walk-in closet. We decided to insert a door aisle because at first we wanted to leave it open until the ceiling, but we realized this will be better for the space in case we want to add a door. This is closed off. This is where the big doorway to the other room was, but also all of this is done. There's no light here, so sorry for the quality and the echo, but this is pretty spacious. Also a light switch will be here and a socket here for, like, we don't know, vacuuming and iron, maybe like that robot that drives around and cleans your floors. So that's the walk-in closet. I think it's like 170 in length and or like 150 in like wide. So it's pretty spacious and it's all the way to the ceiling. So there's a lot of storage space. And then in this room, also all of the ceilings have been installed. Once again, so light, so nice, so airy. The bedroom is gonna be here, like a bed, a cupboard space and stuff like that. Also the doors that need to be redone. Also this side is looking like this. So pretty much ready for painting. Yes, today we actually came to check on the door because we haven't had time to work on it since last week. So it's still covered in the plastic wrap that I showed. So we're gonna do some work on this. Probably also gonna film the progress. We're gonna change, and yeah, I'll check in once I have an update. Nobody else moved an inch. Hard hitting my teeth now. The air feels thin and new, ready to follow your lead. This is the break we needed. Higher than the summer heat. I'm finally waking up. I'm finally waking up. Hey. Hey. 'Cause I know. 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 Yay, guys, we are at the apartment now. We already changed. I have my gloves on, my safety gear. I'm also gonna put on my mask, and we're gonna work some more on the door. And also I want to add a new handle that's gonna be easier to, you know, open and close the door. But yay.
Sneakers hitting the dirt. You didn't stop to check the crowd, to bring that stray dog back to land. My pulse is a drum kit in my chest, inspired by the way you took the risk. Everything's blue, everything's wide. I'm leaving the bench behind.